Alright everyone, it is that time of the week where we go ahead and get you guys ready for the upcoming update. As you guys can see right above me, there is 17 hours and 51 minutes left until the big eruption happens at Roslyn. I mentioned this very briefly in my video yesterday, but I want to give a little bit more context at the very start right now, as well as go over a bunch of different new things that have been shared by the development team. In case you didn't watch my video yesterday, the eruption of Roslyn is going to be a full-on live event, meaning that you have to be there in order to see it. Just like every single other week, the update will be dropping at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. This live event is going to last all the way until 9:30 a.m., being 1 hour and 30 minutes after the update drops. Because this is going to be a live event, there will not be any type of restart or anything of that sort. It'll simply just start to happen in every single one of the servers. Now, as I mentioned before, we have a lot to go over right now, so let's transition over to the Discord server so we can talk about some stuff. All right, so here we are over at the Discord, specifically inside of the leaks channel. As of most recently, we have two brand new leaks, one that's a little more on the subtle side, and another one that provides a lot of information, being the one that was shared today. So if you notice, just a couple of hours ago, Noah went ahead and posted saying Dr. Phineas returns, where it's this image right here of good old Dr. Phineas, where more specifically, he is located inside of Roslyn. There's a lot going on here. For starters, we know that Dr. Phineas is going to be bringing us a brand new event. So I guess at this point, it pretty much confirms that we are going to have some type of a quest system going on, where there will more than likely be either a reward or multiple rewards. And we're more than likely looking at already one of the rewards being the boat that he is on. This is a boat that's not technically in the game right now. And as you can tell, it is summoned and Dr. Phineas is on it, which also means that what we're taking a look at here is pretty much a shot from this location right here. Because if you notice, there is the kind of stall right there in the back. And if we come back to the Discord server, that is the stall right over there. And everything is now completely filled with lava inside of the bay. Remember, I've been predicting this now for literally going on 2 or 3 weeks. I don't even remember anymore, where I told you guys that the entire bay was more than likely going to be fully changed. I didn't exactly think that it was going to be the lava in the bay, but I did think that Mariana's Veil would open here. Either way, this is extremely important for a lot of different reasons. If we're seeing all of the lava take over the entire bay area, it more than likely means that we're going to be seeing a brand new bestiary as well. Now, unfortunately, the boat, we can't really tell too much. Obviously, there's another crane right here. It's got a nice little tank in the back, but really besides that, we can't really point out any other thing that's going on here. So just that in itself, we know is more than likely going to be for tomorrow, but there actually is more leaks that we need to go over. And before we take a look at this one right here, I want to take a little bit of a step back to something that happened last week on Thursday that was posted by Pluto, where it says it's so calming here. We did a full entire video about this. We broke it down and we watched it a million times, and we pretty much came to the conclusion that this is our very first look at Mariana's Veil. But if you guys remember, I mentioned also that this was more than likely a very early look because of the whole entire NPC that's down here, which is not really textured or anything like that. And this was really cool. It was awesome to look at Mariana's Veil in an early stage and to sort of get a feel for what exactly we're going to be getting into, not this week, but next week. And then yesterday at 4:39 a.m., Pluto went ahead and posted another short little clip, but this one says quite a lot. If we take a look here, it is the good old infamous door that every major update has. As you guys know, Atlantis had one of these doors where behind it was Zeus's rod. Northern Expedition also had one of these doors where behind it we found the Heaven's Rod. And finally, of course, we have the Ancient Isles update, which had the archive with the crafting system behind it. It's pretty obvious that that is exactly what we're looking at here. Whatever the major sort of like end game content is more than likely locked behind this door. And I feel like for the most part, this is sort of like always the highlight moment because a lot of us are end game players. I'm definitely curious to see what exactly it is going to be behind there. Are we going to see another rod? Who knows? Maybe they're treating this very similar to like the Kraken, for example. That was also behind one of these doors. Is whatever brand new boss or rare creature going to be back here? Things are obviously being kept under wraps right now because obviously this is still the week before the major update. We usually get a lot of the Mariana Veil stuff the week before the actual update itself drops. So we still got plenty of time to do a full Mariana Veil video like this where we break down pretty much all the good stuff. And oh my God, I literally just did it again. I tried jumping on this knowing very well that they're hollow. Now, what's kind of interesting and really what I'm super curious about is whether we're going to finally see maybe our first look at whatever the entrance is for Mariana's Veil once this update happens tomorrow. I mean, if you guys remember, for Atlantis, we pretty much got the temple when Grand Reef popped up, and that was sort of like our little bit of a hint where we all sort of knew that that was going to end up opening and allowing us to enter into inside of Atlantis, which I mean, fast forward in time and it actually only allowed us to get the heart, which then you would technically use to enter Atlantis, but you guys get the idea. My point is are we going to finally see some type of a crack in the ground? Just sort of like something that's like 100%, yeah, that's where we're going. As a matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, what if this room right here ends up opening somewhere inside of the volcano? And that's what is being teased here. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm kind of curious and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments section. But what if all of a sudden this gate right here appears inside of the volcano once it erupts because, I don't know, just some sort of crazy lore or something? A chunk of wall falls off of the volcano and this has been concealed behind there for thousands of years. I don't know, just some crazy story like that, right? And now we sort of need to stare at this gate for the next week, trying to figure out what are going to be the prior steps to get this bad boy open. I feel like that makes sense. Maybe I'm going crazy. Taking a step back here and talking a little bit more about the potential bestiary that might be available with the lava being inside of the bay now. A part of me wants to say that I hope that there's something that's super rare to catch inside of here, but I feel like at this point, the developers have 100% learned that that is probably one of the most sought after things that everyone looks for in all of the updates, which is that fish that's going to, you know, be the brand new wow factor in this sort of chase. So I feel like without a doubt, there's more than likely going to be one. But the question here is, what could it potentially be? Overall, man, this looks like it's going to be pretty exciting tomorrow. Again, something like a live event for Fish, which has never been done before, is pretty huge. It's going to be something that we're all going to experience at the same exact time together during my live stream. And of course, for those of you that are potentially, I don't know, working or at school for whatever reason on a Saturday, I will absolutely record the entire thing and have it up for you guys so you can witness it yourself. But overall, man, I'm pretty excited. It's kind of sad to say that this is more than likely the last, 17 hours and 35 minutes of Roslet Bay being here. It definitely had a good run, man. Lots of pretty crazy memories that we had here. I mean, if we all think about it, especially if you've been here since, you know, like the early times of release and stuff like that, December, November, you remember right over there where all of the cracks are sort of starting, that's where a lot of us used to stand and use mana rays as some type of a method to make money. Over there on the back wall is where a lot of people used to farm nurse sharks. It's kind of sad, man. Lots of memories are just going to be sort of wiped away, but also with the ability of making brand new ones. Now, I'm not gonna lie, man, I went ahead and talked to pretty much the hippie lady up there. Once again, now that we sort of have a little more context on what's going on, and yeah, she still seems super crazy to me. I have no clue what she's talking about. So at this point, man, it is just a waiting game. I hope to see you guys in the live stream tomorrow. As always, like I mentioned before, I will have a video out. Don't know if I'll have it out as soon as the update drops because of the unfortunate reality that this is going to be a live event. So I'm pretty confident that they're not going to open up the test server. In the event that they do open it, then be expecting me to drop a video very, very early. Either way, I hope that you guys went ahead and enjoyed this video. Start to get ready for the volcano eruption. My suggestion is start saving up a lot of bait because we're more than likely going to be fishing stuff for this week. And then next week, you better start saving a whole lot of money because things might get real crazy after what we saw what happened in Atlantis. But for the most part, man, I think I'm going to end the video off right here. I will see you guys in the next one as well as tomorrow morning. I hope every single one of you have an amazing Valentine's Day. Thank you guys for all the support. We are literally on our way to 370,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane. I appreciate it so much. And thank you to all of you that have recently followed my TikTok. If you have not, it is Carbon Meister Plays. In the span of 24 hours, we went from 3,000 followers on TikTok all the way to 11,200 followers, which is absolutely insane. So thank you guys. I do appreciate it. With that being said, take care.